I'm coming to you today with some really fun exercises that in a very short period of time, you essentially can get a full body activation. So the ball is a great training tool and many people have a ball. This is one of the things that most of my clients actually really enjoy. We've already started. This seems silly, but it gets you connected with, I call it your accessory. So, starting with abs engaged, neck and shoulders relaxed, try to expand across the front body, pull your navel in, and let's do 10 more bounces. If you're new to the exercise ball, so often you will find yourself trying to use your hands to help create your stability, but I want you to really resist that because it doesn't make it better or easier. And stop. The designation for this workout is core stabilization. So this is the next move, we're already into it. Does it matter what size ball you're on? Technically, there is a size chart. And the rule of thumb, though, is that your ball be big enough so that when you're seated, your hip and knee line are on the same plane. Now, does it have to be that inflated? This is already working, okay? If you're really skilled with the ball, I'm going to give you some things that you may never have done before. And this is, we'll say, based on some back rehab right now. So as you pick your leg up, can you sweep the opposite arm up? The foot that's in the down, push it into the floor really firm as if you were getting ready to stand up. And then switch sides. Opposite arm to leg, right? You see this little squirrely little action here? That might be happening to you. If your body is not used to being commanded through its middle to activate, then you'll have this, like, we'll say, I just call it squirrely action, right? So as you pick the leg up, right, like push down on the down leg, extend the two limbs away from each other. The arms are pushing, and maybe you get yourself going. I'm intentionally doing some of the action that your body might do if you don't know how to control it. In nice, clean form, this is what it looks like, right? Hips stabilize, navel drives to center. And you might even find that from one side of your body to the next, that one side feels like you've got really good control. And then when you go to do the other side, it's as if you're using somebody else's parts. Now cut. That's the basics. Our next move, instead of like starting right off with hardcore things, I find that I want to just gently guide you into intensities that are a little bit more and more and more, but we don't go there the first couple of repetitions. So this is your little ball walkout. And I, like, since I'm not using shoes, I've got the mat down so that I don't slide. What I want you to do is walk yourself out to a point where your head can be comfortably placed on the ball, and then lift the hips up. Where do your feet go? Preferably right under the knee. So this is a judging where you have to feel, are you in the right spot? Belly to spine, hips are peeled up away from the floor. You'll know if you're in the right spot because you will feel like your upper back is supported and your head isn't hanging halfway off the ball. Now, this is your walk back. Pick up the head, pull the abs in, push the feet. Don't take these little mini steps. Try to really pull the foot back and drive yourself up. Lift the arms if you want to make it harder. Keep the arms reaching. See where the bicep and the ear align. Rounding spine. This is phenomenal abdominals loading, right? Walk it out. You're in control. Get into flat bridge position. Really press the hips up. Pull the navel in. Keep your neck long and the arms in a nice clean reach. So as you come to sit up, raise the head, pull the arms with it. Your arms are going to stay in this long reach, and here's where your abs get to work. So keep sitting up, powerfully pull your leg back, push, push, push. If your arms came forward, that's your body looking for an easy way out. With the arms up, that's the harder version. And sit nice and clean, release the arms, lift and breathe. Let's do 3 more. Belly to spine, go into pelvic tilt, right? Start the walk out, control your descent so that your feet aren't sliding. I find that when I work with clients, I have to really hone in on the aspects of the movement where they're inclined to cheat. So if you just slid your feet out, though you got to the end, you didn't do it with the muscles working. Pull your trunk forward, flex the abs, like look at your middle body. Keep the arms pulling back, right? And if you wonder if this is an ab workout, this is a whole different way to do crunches. Just like that, right? Now, walk yourself back. That's 3. Let's do 2 more. You might find that, you keep walking back and getting yourself further off your mat. We're not going to stop. Take it out. Get into your bridge, knees over to heels. Try to pull the belly in, raise the head. The arms are pushing back. Really powerfully use your feet. Pull up, release the arms. Last one. Pull it up. Bridge. Walk it back. Push the arms back. This is where your abs are working right there. Next move. Consider your hands doing the walkout this time. This is called the wheelbarrow walkout. Again, another stabilization move. It seems simple to get yourself in a position where your feet are not on the floor, just kind of get the legs together a little bit. Now, you want the hands to walk beyond where the other hand is. And generally, I get my clients doing 4 hand walks, right? So step 1, step 2, step 3, and on number 4, the hands come back into being on the same line. Ready? Forward walk. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pull it back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Seems simple enough, right? Walk it forward. 1, 2. If you want more load, then you take an extra couple of steps forward. So long as you can keep your back from sagging, pull up through the middle. So the less or the lower the ball gets on the leg, the harder your body has to work. Here we go. Push back. And now, what I said a moment ago when we were using our feet to walk out, what if you're new to the ball and every time you walk back, your feet hit the floor and your shoulders end up way behind your hands? You've lost control and you've gone too far. Your end range gets you stacked, okay? Now, you want to transfer your weight from hand to hand. You don't want the hand to shuffle and to stay on the mat because you're not working as hard. Get out there if you can. Pull the belly button up into the spine. Walk it back. The reverse walk should feel a little harder than the forward walk. How do we take this into the next realm? Well, we're going to pull our knees to our chest. Get out. Don't go all the way out. Can you take your legs, pull your knees to your chest? Push it away. Pause. Pull it in. Exhale. Press it away. Pause. Pull it in. So if you're just watching, trying to get an idea of how hard this may or may not be, there's some components here that to the untrained eye may not be being revealed. When you push the ball back, It's really important that you stop with your arms still stacked instead of doing this. So now I'm going to show you uncontrolled. That's kind of uncontrolled. And uncontrolled is not being able to pull it all the way in and stop in stacked position. This is a hard enough position to maintain because most people's wrists lack one, flexibility, and we know that if the joint is inflexible, it's also generally weak. Walk back, pick up the hands. Now, release and relax. We're coming to hands and knees. Another stabilizer, another way to work low back. I don't want to give you all of my exercises that I do on the ball. This is just for a few minutes, so stay with me. This will be our last one. And what you should feel is that not that you couldn't do more, but you should be pleasantly surprised that you actually feel like your body did something. Okay? So these are not beginner exercises. I would say these are intermediate. Okay? Belly over the ball, separate your feet, right? I'm gonna have you walk forward a little bit. Can you do a fisted position with palms turned in? Draw the shoulders out of the ears, and when you draw your shoulder out of the ear, the scapula and your shoulder depressors come into action. Okay, and that's what gives you your foundation. So the legs are extended, the toes are reaching, and I want you to take your feet and try to click your heels together. So we're firing up our buns, right? Pressing and holding nice and stiff, just to keep your body in what I call this post. You're posting up. Requires a lot of you because the body wants to kind of, protect itself and come down here just to be more comfortable, but that shouldn't feel right? So prop yourself up, get the shoulders out of the ears. If you're holding your head up, looking forward, let's bring your gaze down without you letting your head hang. All right, so now take the legs, stiffen them up, try not to do this, okay? They're stiff, and you're just mimicking kind of like swimming kickboard training with the legs. The toes are pointed, the buns are tight, shoulders out of the ears, pushing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and release. Relax. So that's it for right now. Check back later. I'll include another segment. Training on ball is really one of my favorite gadgets. Everything's my favorite. You'll come to know as you follow me. But there's so much more we can do on the ball. So take care. Thanks for joining me.